Welcome to Sports News. Ansaruddin Primary School, Lokoja, have emerged champions of the Kogi State Under-13 Championship played. Ansaruddin defeated St. Luke Primary School, Lokoja 2-1 in a thrilling final that was decided at the Kogi Confluence Stadium. Holy Trinity, Grace International, Baptist and St. Mary are the other primary schools that participated in the maiden tournament. Ansaruddin will represent the state at the national finals of the Channels Kids Cup, which begins on May the 21st in Lagos. Now, the National Basketball Association, the NBA, has launched its youth engagement initiative tagged Power Forward in Abuja, in Nigeria's federal capital. Now, the Power Forward initiative includes basketball games, clinics, life skills, seminars, and train-the-trainer sessions for the coaches. The event was attended by the Tigers captain and former NBA star Olumide Oyedeji, WNBA All-Star and Nigerian-American Chine Ogumike of the Connecticut Sun, NBA Vice President for Development in Africa Amadou Gallo Fall, and Nigerian Basketball Federation President Tijani Umar. The program, which is the first in Africa, will move to Angola, Botswana, Senegal, Kenya, Cameroon, South Sudan, and South Africa. And to England, Senegalese winger Sadio Mane scored the fastest hat-trick in Premier League history as Southampton demolished Aston Villa 6-1 to keep their Europa League hope alive. Newcastle survival hopes remain in the balance after relegated Queen's Park Rangers fought back from a goal down to win 2-1 in their final home game. Hull City will need to beat Manchester United on the final day of the season to have any chance of survival after losing 2-0 to Tottenham. Romelu Lukaku scored an injury-time winner as Everton beat West Ham 2-1 at Upton Park. 4 yellow cards put a dent in Everton's hopes to qualify for the Europa League, though, via fair play. And Steven Gerrard's final game for the Merseyside Giants, Liverpool, at Anfield ended in a humbling 3-1 defeat by Crystal Palace. Novak Djokovic is just a match away from successfully defending his Rome Masters Championship after defeating David Ferrer in the semi-final. The world number one prevailed 6-4, 6-4 in a grueling, tightly contested match in 1 hour 36 minutes. He is now on track for his 4th Rome title, having won his 3rd in the space of 6 years in 2014. The Serbian will contest his 6th Rome final against Roger Federer after the Swiss outclassed compatriot and training partner Stanislas Wawrinka 6-4, 6-2. Well, that's a wrap in sports news. I'm Ayotunde Balogun Sulaiman. Will be back with the rest of the news at 10.
Former Egyptian President Mohamed Morsi has been sentenced to death over a mass prison break in 2011. The former leader has already been sentenced to 20 years in jail for ordering the arrest and torture of protesters during his time in power. The country's religious authorities will now have to give their opinion before the sentence can be carried out. Mr. Morsi was deposed by the military in July 2013 following mass street protest against his rule. Since then, the authorities have banned his Muslim Brotherhood movement and arrested thousands of his supporters.
Former Egyptian President Mohamed Morsi has been sentenced to death for his role in a jailbreak in 2011, along with 105 other members of the Muslim Brotherhood. An Egyptian court read the verdict on Saturday while Morsi pumped his fist in the air as he sat alongside other defendants in a courtroom cage. As the country's first democratically elected president, he began drawing criticism while in office for granting himself additional powers and for imposing the Muslim Brotherhood's conservative brand of Islam. Morsi was ousted by the army in July 2013 following massive demonstrations. His case, like any capital sentence, will be referred to Egypt's top religious authority, the Grand Mufti, for any opinion before executions can take place. Meanwhile, the lawyer representing Mohamed Morsi says they will challenge the court's ruling for the death penalty if it is approved by the Grand Mufti.
Today a decision was issued, not a ruling. Thus, let's wait for the Mufti's opinion in this call, and after that, we'll await what the court will decide on June the 2nd. And then, if they were charged in these cases, we'll take all the legal steps to challenge the ruling to the Cassation Court.
Also, Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has lashed out on Western allies for staying silent over the verdict, even as a senior Muslim Brotherhood official calls on the international community to stand by democracy in Egypt.
The main news again. A bomb blast detonated by a female suicide bomber has left 7 people dead in Damaturu, the Yobe state capital. The deputy governor of Borno State, Zanna Mustafa, has alleged that about 600 suicide bombers are ready to storm Maiduguri. Channels Television has officially launched its news and current affairs station, Channels 24, in the UK. And an Egyptian court has sentenced ousted President Mohamed Morsi to death over a mass prison break in 2011. That's the news at 10 tonight. Many thanks for watching.